Well, apparently it was a disaster behind the scenes, so it's not really a surprise. This comes to us from Chris Gorton Allen. Do you want to summarize this culture? I don't know if you want
to. You're muted, culture.
Good one, mate.
So Chris and Alan were on their live stream. Film Threats channels primarily live streams. They don't do traditional news, but they did a really nice job talking about all of the shortcomings for this film, only to find out, because of their critiques, specifically Alan Ng's critique, they were getting contacted by animators and people that have left Disney or were involved in part of this project, describing all of the many reasons why it ended up being complete garbage. And the word that was used most often, if you read through this article, the reason that this film tanked was because of activists. And there's a name in here, the boss that at Disney Animation. Her name is Jennifer. Hang on. Jennifer, goodness.
I couldn't find that's in there. I couldn't find it in there.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. I know I was gonna make a clip for this, but didn't end up doing so. Jennifer Lee. That name is going to be synonymous with KK in the very near future, because she is one of these hardcore, true believer, super intersectional woke feminists. And she has put every bit of herself and her influence into Disney's animation to make to make this work. And there are a lot of countries that still have traditional values and religion and ethics and things like that.
Everything that's not the West.
Yeah,
literally every single country that's not the West.
And those countries are turning away from Disney films and brand as a whole. This is not good. And this film is I guess right now, the current example of everything that's bad with Disney, including the fact that the film, the Jennifer Lee and other people involved in this project describe her character, Asha, as an activist.
I know, I can't believe that. Like, really? But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I can believe it I say I can't believe it. I can believe it, obviously.
But this paragraph.
I've been dealing with those fuckers all week.
You were, but the paragraph here at the top it says kind of it all. The pressure from management to hire people based on their sex and ethnicity over talent caused much friction, and many of the talented animators of the past, Disney greats, left in frustration, leaving behind a culture where the remaining people are being suppressed and are afraid for their jobs. The anonymous sources that reached out to Chris and Alan used the word activist to describe what was going on and how such people were openly attempting to overthrow the traditional animators and talents in the company. And, you can add another layer to this, because I'm not sure it's expressed here in the article, but they actually will hire Disney legends and people that are qualified, bring them in to consult on projects. And this is for both film and physical stuff like Imagineering. And then they will tie their hands and mouths with an NDA. They call it a golden gag. And it makes it so they can't speak out against the travesties that are being committed, in whatever forms they take place, whether it be animation, live action films, or of course, the parks and resorts and experiences. It is a shit show inside of Disney.
Oh, this is so funny. It's so funny. Andre, do you want to add anything to that? Do you want to go watch Wish with your little ones or anything like that? Yes, no? You keen on that? Andre's dead.
Andre's dead.
Cool.
No, Andre was muted. Yeah, in a sense, I kind of already have. So
Oh.
I have, in a sense, I have already seen the version of it, by which I mean I've seen it in Spanish, which means that I saw what happened on screen. I partially tuned out because most of what was said went straight over my head. But what I got from the story is kind of like what I got just from looking at it, and it's very, very clear that activists indeed have taken this whole thing over. There's nothing traditional Disney about this, because basically it's like the king, who apparently is played by Chris Pine in the American version, and by all accounts, he's a good king because his land is a prosperous land. Everyone is happy. No one is suffering. Everyone has it awesome. In fact, they start the movie singing about how awesome everything is. They make cakes and everything in the likeness of this king because everything is so unbelievably cool under his rule, right? But it turns out that he's a little bit problematic because he's white and he's a little bit arrogant. He might send some nasty tweets here and there and stuff. He might want people to adorn him. I mean, small prices to pay for being in a really awesome land, but a too high price to pay, because the moment that they figure out that, oh, this guy right here, he really is a little bit problematic. He really could have done better for us. He didn't give us everything we wanted. I mean, we wanted all of these wishes, and he gave us everything he could, but it wasn't quite good enough. So let's depose the motherfucker. I mean, that really is the story.
The moral of the story is entitlement.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, exactly. And then you have like this song that he's singing. I heard the English version of the song later, where he's like basically singing all the stuff that he has done for the people, and this is the thanks I get. And of course, this is where it's meant to show what a horrible, evil white man he is, because he will constantly offer the services of his employees to help people in need, because
he's a king.
When instead the movie kind of like, no, but you need to do this personally. You need to do better. It's not
He's
good
a king.
that you actually solve all the problems. Someone has a problem, and you offer your servant Pablo to go and help or something, or Raul or whatever, then that's problematic. They're completely missing the point that he's actually solving the issue, and he's doing what's right for the people. Not good enough. He needs to be
Oh my god.
And it's one of those things where you actually find yourself in agreement with the villain.
Fucking hell, Disney, you're terrible these days. What the hell, man? That's so funny. That's so bad.